In every war, countless stories of survival and pain remain untold, lingering beneath the silence as the echoes or the voices of the victims, which the world chose to forget. When the Japanese occupation occurred in the Philippines on December 8, 1941, it left more than a land scarred with battles, but also the cries of young women, the very women who we call our lolas. Hello everyone, I am Vinance Ganipan.
I am Hannah Collado.
From UERM. Today, we look back on the darkest and most forgotten chapters of Philippine history.
The stories of comfort women in the Philippines. During World War II, many Filipinas, no matter the age, were taken forcibly from their homes by the Japanese Imperial Army. They were forced into sex slavery, and the Japanese soldiers enforced a comfort system.
It was a network of camps that were called comfort stations, the place where their innocence and dignity were taken away by war. Day after day and night, these women endured the unthinkable.
Our team reached out to the one of the remaining survivors, Lola Maxim.
When we found out she wanted to share her story, our reporters Darren and Chanel visited her to share her experiences with us. And this is what happened.
Maraming salamat po at pumayag po kayo na magpa-interview sa amin at malaman namin ang kwento.
Ako'y matanda na ngayon. Marami na akong nakalimutan. May kulang lang ako, higit 100 eh. 14 na taong gulang na ako nang sakupong kami na ako.
Nana, nabanggit niyo ko kanina na kayo ay 14 na taong gulang. Nagpabuti lang ako ng buhay. Maaari, diba? Ikwento, naranasan ninyo at natin yung tingnan.
Nakasentro yung hapon. Lumabas at inakay kaming mag-ina. Inakyat kami dun sa bahay ni Floresa. Kinulong kami nun. Kasi bata pa ako nun. Bago-bago lang ako niligawan.
Lola, maaari po nalampasan ng galit nila. Ano po ang nagpatibay para magpatuloy?
Nagtiis lang kami. Nagtiis. Nung nilalapitan kami ng mga hapon, umiyak lang kaming mag-ina. Hanggang ngayon, mahirap kalimutan.
Lola, sa loob ng hirap mo kayong karanasan, ano ang iyong nais na iparating na aral sa mga pa?
Ang masasabi ko lang, kahit gaano kasakit ang pinagdaanan na, lumaban kami at nagpatuloy. Huwag niyong mawalan ng pag-asa. Kung kami noon, naghirap, nagtiis at nakaligtas, kayo ngayon ay may pagkakataon na mamuhay ng malaya. Ingatan ninyo ang kalayaan iyan at huwag niyong kalimutan ang aming kwento.
Lola, maraming salamat po sa iyong kapangkat kwento na ibinahagi sa amin.
Their story stood before the Philippines gained independence. Before government, before history itself asking for one simple thing, to be heard. Their stories live on not only through testimonies, but through culture.
Many years have passed since occupation of the Japanese in the Philippines. That happened from 1942 to 1945. It was the time when thousands of the Filipinas, including the children, were forced to be sexual relieving tools, enduring physical, emotional, and sexual abuse from different Japanese soldiers.
The victims remain silent, as it remains a taboo and shameful thing in which it affected their livelihood, and many ended up living in poverty. However, after joining the Comfort Women organization called Lila Filipina, they learned to stand up for women's rights.
Japan still refused to acknowledge their actions in the past, which led to the movement of the Comfort Women in South Korea and inspired the Filipinos to start a movement. The movement helps recognize that the Comfort Women are not just survivors but a victim.
Even after the peace treaty, Japan failed to meet the demands of the Comfort women and their family, such as rewriting historical books and an apology.
Comfort Women petitioners in 1998 requested help to the executive department to file against the Japanese official and military for establish and Comfort Women's stations. Although there is a great increase in requests, the government did not help and stated that they have already been compensated through the peace treaty between the Philippines and Japan.
Even with the voice and actions they express and show the world, the Comfort Woman statue was removed in 2018 under the term of the former President Rodrigo Duterte by the DPWH because the drainage improvement and the political relationship with Japan. However, the statue was still not returned until now.
They were silenced through decades, yet their cries still echoes through time. Ang ating mga lola, mga comfort women, ay hindi lamang biktima ng digmaan. Sila ay mga babae lumalaban para sa dangal, katotohanan, at katulungan.
Behind every scar is a story of survival. Ang kanilang mga sugat ay hindi lamang alaala ng sakit. Ito ay paalala ng tibay at tapang ng kababaihang Pilipina. We owe it to them to keep telling their stories until the world finally listens.
Hindi sila mga babae ng nakaraan lamang. Sila ay mga bayani na dapat kilalanin sa kasalukuyan.
They may have been called comfort women, but there was nothing comfortable in their faith.
At sa likod ng kanilang mga luha, naroon ang lakas na nagturo sa atin ng tunay na kahulugan ng komunidad.
Their courage reminds us that even in silence, truth can never die.
Hanggang ngayon, patuloy ang kanilang mga laban. Ang laban na tayo din ang magpapatuloy. Because justice delayed is justice denied. At habang may kabataang handang magsalita, hindi kailanman malilimutan ng ating mga lola. Para sa ating mga lola.
Para sa katotohanan.
Para sa katarungan.
Para sa kababaihan.
Para sa kinabukasan.
We will never forget!